Hello, guys. We're going to be having a very interesting conversation with a young professional today. It's someone who is very passionate about giving value and value alone. This young man is a digital marketing and search engine optimization expert, and I've known him over the years. He has shown not only passion for giving value, but also passion for what he is doing and helping businesses and people to grow and putting them on the map. So in this very conversation with Matthew, who is a good friend of mine, is going to enlighten, through his story, enlighten all of us. Either you're a business owner, you're a young professional, or you're just a founder of a venture, right? Through his personal story, his wealth of experience, and his wealth of knowledge, I hope you find value in this discussion. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me on this call today. I'm so honored to be part of this conversation, and thank you, Afis, for giving me this platform and the opportunity to speak here today. So, who is Matthew? Well, Matthew can be known for a lot of things, right? And one interesting part about me is the fact that I do things that I do not actually believe that I was going to do because, I grew up in a very local village where computer would not have been an option. But then how I managed to find myself in the IT field is still a mystery, right? And, well, I have grown to become a digital marketer and a techie in general. So I am a graduate of the University of Lagos, and I practice digital marketing as a profession and as a career, which include SEO and a lot of other aspects of digital marketing. So one funny thing about me is that I can trek, right? I can trek a long distance. I can just decide to trek and without using public transport or without driving. All right. So, like I said, I'm a professional, I think, and I'm a professional digital marketer, and I'm a graduate of the University of Lagos. I studied educational course, actually. So it's just still a mystery that I found myself in the IT field, because did not come from any technology background, but I just found myself in that field, and I'm happy that I'm here right now. Yeah, currently I am the team lead of Senfix Digital Solutions, and aside from that, I run some other digital businesses, including a learning management platform where I also teach people about the skills that I know that I have expertise in, that is digital marketing and some other high in demand digital or technical skills that will equip anyone to manage a business in the online or ever growing internet space, or to just acquire some skills that can help them position themselves in a way that they can be employable, or to also position themselves as entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Amazing. The most interesting part of your introduction is the fact that, well, it is interesting and also funny at the same time. It's the fact that you said you can trek, right? maybe the trekking ability you have is why we were able to meet back in 2018. I think 2017, 2018, right? and and then you could imagine during the trekking was where you now stumbled upon being an SEO and digital marketing specialist. It's quite an interesting journey, right? And we could say that SEO basically we don't. A lot of people actually don't really know, especially business owners. What is SEO? We could say a lot of people know digital marketing, but what is SEO and what is also digital marketing?
Okay, so SEO is actually a part of digital marketing. When you say digital marketing, is like when you say a course, a full university program we study in school, right? And inside that program, we have other subdivision of that program, right? So that is the same thing that happens with digital marketing and SEO. All right. So SEO stands for I wanted to say centric. All right, stand for search engine optimization, right? And it's a part of digital marketing, whereby you basically optimize a web page and utilize different technical and ethical resources or means in order to prove to search engine boards that your website is worthy of ranking for a particular search term, otherwise known as keyword. While digital marketing, on the other hand, is basically the use of internet. All right, the use of internet to make sales or generate organic, online traffic for the purpose of your business, to grow your business, or utilizing different aspects of online, like social media. It can be email marketing. It can be growing a social media page, landing pages to sell your products and services, or even using paid traffic generation methods such as advertising on social media or advertising on maybe search engine itself to generate traffic, to either build your email lists, build leads, generate leads, capture leads, or sell a product or services for whatever reason that you might want to delve into that part, either as a business owner or as a practitioner, as a professional who want to offer that service, offer digital marketing as a service. So search engine optimization is basically one of those things you do that comprises of digital marketing. But SEO experts likes to be dissociated from the compound word or compound term of digital marketing, that they want to be known as SEO or SEO experts or SEO practitioners, so that one do not confuse the profession to the general term, because some people are actually good with one and they are not good with every other aspects of digital marketing.
Interesting. Very interesting. This brings me down to the fact that a lot of business owners, right, they do not even know the benefits of investing in SEO, because in one way or the other, people are investing a lot of money in ensuring that they acquire customers. But they do not understand that the investment in search engine optimization is more like a long-term investment, which you make once, or sometimes we continue at a minimal investment, which will help you generate, which will help you get ROI over time. So help these guys, these business owners, understand the true importance of the investment that they should make, or the investment that they would make in SEO.
Well, when it comes to businesses, many businesses these days when you talk about this kind of business, you are talking about small businesses, startups, who either they don't have enough startup capital that they want to spare on certain types of marketing they don't understand. I would say they don't understand basically because when anybody understands the advantage of making long-term investments, they don't have to dispute about that. And that also has a lot to do with the fact that when many startups are recruiting, they don't actually like to start a marketing department in their company. And as such, they don't get to find someone who has the first-hand knowledge and understanding of the importance of search engine optimization to every business, right? And because of that, the business owner do not have much time to go and start researching what they or to go and start learning what the importance of digital marketing or SEO will be to their business. And some of these businesses don't even have websites, right? But then when some of them eventually have, I think maybe the person who market the idea of owning a website for a business did not actually take time to also explain to the business owner that when they are done designing their website, they also need to do what they call search engine optimization in order to get the organic traffic that they require to make their business grow. But the truth is that you might be when you are doing we have two types of traffic when it comes to any website. We have organic and we have the paid traffic. When it comes to paid traffic, you only benefit from what you are paying for. So if you are paying spending $500 on your advertisement and you exhaust that budget, it means that the traffic, either if you are getting 1,000 page views or clicks to your product page, then that would be the end until you put another $500 or you put another hundreds of dollars in your ad account, either be it social media or maybe Google search or Bing search or Bing ad or whatever platform you are using to do ad. But until you punch in another dollar in there, nothing will happen anymore. And you find out that the cost of acquiring new clients with this paid advert will become very high over time, and you continue to spend like that. And once you are out of budget, then you are out of clients. But when it comes to organic traffic, it's something that you are just getting it effortlessly. The only thing that was required from the beginning was for you to just maybe spend some little amount of dollar, maybe 1,000, hundred of thousands or so, to do the right thing that will actually position you in front of your customers who are genuinely coming to search engine to search for a product or service they are looking for. And when they search, they find you on the first page and probably on the first position, and they click and get to your product or service page and they get to your list. So it's actually more favorable when you explore the organic search traffic method than using the paid search traffic method. So search engine optimization is basically important to every business. So it's just that here in Africa, many people do not have the knowledge about search engine optimization. But when you look at other Western world, you notice that every business, immediately they are starting, the first thing they want to do is search engine optimization. And they don't have to worry themselves much about spending hundreds of thousands of dollars before they are able to acquire a client. But they are able to get that first organic traffic that will come to their site, and transactions continue to happen on their website. All right, so it's very important for every startup, every business owner to understand that search engine optimization is free, just that you are paying for an expert to do the job for you. And once it is done, it is something that you enjoy the benefit for a long period of time without spending the same amount of money you likely spend on ads to get the kind of value you get when you invest your money in search engine optimization services.
This is very, very, very wow. Because I think it's just confirming the kind of conversation I had with a founder of a startup, right? We were having a conversation around what they need to put in place, having their website, which, well, the smartest investment they have to make, where it will position them in front of their target audience, as you just said. But while we were having this conversation, I guess, their attention is shifted, where they are thinking that this is the things. These are the other things that they need aside from having to do investments in SEO. Because over time, they will continue to burn money to acquire customers. As you explained, they'll continue to burn money over and over and over again. And if the money finishes, it means there's no user or there's no customer and transaction doesn't go on. And this is really amazing. And that leads me to asking you about your, for your expertise. You've had a lot of experiences, with people, with businesses, and learning curve over time. So is there a moment where you felt like, aha, this is the profession that I'm supposed to choose, that I'm supposed to go for, before you even get to see that, this is search engine? What made you make that decision? What was the aha moment that made you go into search engine optimization and digital marketing, respectively?
Okay, so basically, going back to my introduction, I said I talked to you about my background, where I'm coming from, and why it should have been difficult for me to have found myself in the in the digital world or in the IT world. And I didn't just start a digital marketing or search engine optimization as a career or a plan to become one of them, right? In fact, perhaps I would say I didn't know anything like that existed when the whole story started, right? So I started as a blogger, basically a content creator. We have we have a content creators for vlogging, which is YouTube or Instagram and the likes, while we have content creators for the web. I am a content creator for the web, where we write long, lengthy articles and publish on the blogs, and hoping that one day we get the traffic that we'll be able to make the money to pay our bills. All right, so that is where I started. And from the beginning, since I had the passion to become a programmer, I've always been on the internet. I've always learned from the internet every day, every night. So in my quest to make money as a blogger, I started researching on what could actually help me to make that money. I'll publish content. I'll spam all my social media accounts, send it to my friends' inbox. Please go and read my article. This article. Sometimes we even use different means of maybe using deceptive kind of images to make sure that people eventually get to click on our link, just because we want people to read. And after all that effort, sharing to different kind of social media, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, sharing all the content there, at the end of the day, you might not end up getting up to 20 page views or 100 page views max. That is a very glorious day when you get to 100 page views. And what will that amount to? Nothing. Some days you just get yourself maybe 0.0 cent, 0.01 cent, and you like, what is this? So is that the effort you continue to make? So I kept on searching. Then I don't even have any money with me to do any kind of advert, because we as a blogger, you are blogging for advertisers to notice you and come and pay you money and advertise on your platform, either using the ad exchange platform, which is AdSense, or maybe giving you direct advert. Then then at that point, there was no choice for me to even say I want to pay for adverts to generate traffic, and let alone where is the money to even spend on that. So the only option I had was to look for alternatives, and that was where I started wondering about what this SEO was all about, what search engine was all about. I started doing trial and errors. I did trial and errors for the first blog. Eventually, I lost that blog. It didn't produce any result, and I started another one. In fact, I started like 5 to 6 blogs that I was working in a company where I was earning around 30,000 naira, right? So I would just use that money and spend on the blog. Nothing to take home. Everything will just enter inside the blog, either for the hosting, purchase of the hosting, or purchase of another domain. That was how I was doing it until I was able to, there was a keyword about one program that was launched in Nigeria like that, like a kind of all these website that people earn online. So there was a guy who was ranking on first position of Google. By then I started getting myself, and I started understanding the terminologies, the way search engine works, the way search algorithms work, because these things are people, human beings that are coding it, but when you're producing content, you're actually producing those contents for I think 2 or 3 set of people. One, you are producing it for yourself, that you are understanding what you are writing. 2, you are producing those content for search engine bots who are not human. These are robots. Then 3, you are producing it for the person that is going to read it. So you want to make sure that these 3 people are able to accept the content. So I started studying to understand what this algorithm. But the most important thing then was for me to be able to convince search engines that, okay, this is okay. They should take this article and put it on the first page, like it was going to be a command, right? So, and I saw this at this point that I've gained my grounds. I know that I've been able to gather myself to an extent where I was able to generate some level of traffic, and my blog was actually giving me about $100, $500, and I saw $700 one day. I was like, wow. So if I had spent money on that,
the bills will be paid.
How would it have been if the money has finished? Then, thank God there was no money then. Then I was desperate. I would have been able to punch in that money into advert. But then, when the search engine optimization started working out for me, I started earning small money, like say $500 on my blog. I was so happy. So when this program came out, I have never challenged anybody. I always do my normal due diligence, then come up with keywords that I feel like I'm comfortable with. But this one was very competitive, and one of the guy that people actually praise so much on Facebook then as an SEO expert, actually wrote this content about a review about this product or this website, and he was ranking on first position every day. He was making money in affiliate marketing because he linked the post to the affiliate site where he was earning about 100,000 naira in a day just for free. There's no advert on it. So I took a challenge and I registered on the site too. Then I said I was going to outrank this guy. I now sat down and I did a lot of things on my blog. I first of all started with redesigning it to a lighter theme, and I did a lot of technical SEO, and I wrote this article about 1,300 words, hoping that I was going to outrank the guy. And within when I published it, within 3 days, the first day it got indexed immediately. The second day it was ranking on nowhere to be found actually. But on the third day, it was just on the first position as feature snippet. That time Google have not actually started this feature snippet feature, but there was a 0 position ranking, which is the first person that is ranking on the web page. So I was on the first position, and everybody was that time. Back then, it was kind of when I have a URL, everybody would know about it on social media, on our Facebook, and it kind of felt like there was a circle. So they were now yabbing the guy, say, you that is the SEO expert. This small boy now has come back and outranked in amenities. So it was
you overtook him.
I overtook him, and at that moment I just felt like, wow. So this thing is this sweet. So I have to put in more effort in this thing. I have to delve very much into this thing. And that was, let me say, that would be my perfect aha moment.
That's such a striking moment for you, because before that time you struggled to even make $200, and everything else
like
was
much now.
It's a lot of money and it could pay a lot of bills, right? So it makes all of these stories and the reason why you ventured into search engine optimization and digital marketing, being a specialist in that. It makes a lot of sense. It makes it much more interesting. But all of these digital marketing technologies and even digital marketing as a whole, it has evolved over time, right? And then we know that a lot of things has happened. So, would you share to us the evolution of digital marketing over time? Like, just help us to understand that.
Well, the truth is that you are not far from the truth. It has evolved. A lot of things has changed. And when you're talking about digital marketing, you can't stay away from, first, search engine optimization, social media marketing, email marketing. These three things are very, very, very important with search engine optimization. And the rest of them might also include analytics. And if you look at social media on its own part, you see that it has evolved a lot. Social media started with maybe people require someone to become 18 years or above before they can open a Facebook account as of then. But now the 13-year-old child can open an account on Facebook, all right? And before then, you even look at the interface, the design, the whole thing, and now they have improved and added a lot of features on social media or Facebook. And you see X too. Now people can eventually start blogging, either what they used to call vlogging on YouTube before. Now you can vlog on IG, you can vlog on Facebook, and even on Twitter. And now people have started earning money on these platforms, so they don't need to even necessarily have to go and own a blog before they start earning. So that is evolution, right? And when it comes to when I have to talk about search engine optimization on its own part, there has been a lot of evolution on search engine basically, because if you look back maybe let's say back then in 2015, when the web was not this popular, because the more time you spend on it, the more people get to know the importance of the use of internet, and they continue to use internet, and the competition continues to go into begin to understand the use of the platforms or this internet. All right. So back then, the way it was easy for you to rank on search engine is not the same way now. Now there are a lot of things that you have to do before you'll be able to rank on search engine results pages. But before now, you just need to maybe install a web page and do a few things there, and before you discover, you start ranking. And before now, we can even manipulate search engine by either spamming a web page with backlinks and maybe spamming it with a lot of how do you call it, keywords that are related to the search term that we want to rank. Then these bots were so stupid, so dumb that they would just fall for all this kind of things. But it has evolved. That this time around, there are a lot of things that have changed. We have artificial intelligence, and many times what I used to tell people is that the more the technology continues to advance, the more many things go away. The more when a new technology comes, it kills another technology. All right. So this AI that has even come now has even become a very big burden to search engine practitioners, because even now, if you search on if you search a particular term on Google, you see a generative AI generating answers to what you are searching for. This is a major challenge for people who want to rank on their page, on their rank their website on search engine. And you go to Bing, similar thing happens. So these are all evolution, right? And not just that, but talk about code. When you say coding, the way people code has also it also has a lot of things to do with the evolution of search engine optimization, because maybe the type of code they were using to program Google search engine before is different from now. I don't know. Or maybe the programmers continue to advance their technologies, continue to upgrade their code, which is called algorithms, right? They create different algorithms that will make it difficult for people to manipulate the system and take advantage of the system to their own for their own gain. And this time around, you have to do a lot for you to be able to find yourself on that search engine first position, and which will actually require that you hire an expert to do the job for you, because one, Google or search engine is now encouraging a lot of people to spend their money on ads instead of ranking on first position to get traffic. So these are all evolution. Before now, it will be easy for you to rank, but now you need a lot of professional thinking, professional twerking, professional sampling, and a lot of things before you be able to rank on search engine. So these are all evolution, and the whole system has actually evolved a lot, and it continues to evolve even as the big G themselves, the Google themselves, continue to improve on their algorithms, continue to improve on their system to ensure that we as SEO, as search engine users, as web developers, or maybe how do they call them? Web developers. They call web developers, do not continue to manipulate their algorithm to their own advantage. So there's been a lot of evolution on search engine, and it continues to evolve an entirely digital. It has advanced a lot. A lot of things has changed from how it used to be 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
You know, technology generally has evolved, which is actually affecting all of the ways we do things, maybe, online or offline. And then you talked about thinking and twerking, because that sounds very funny to me. Thinking and twerking. Are you saying that developers and even SEO experts, digital marketing experts, they do their analysis and have a think tank that twerk for the internet? I mean, if we have to put it that way, right? So, but you talked about AI. So AI has become a thing of the mainstream for everybody when it comes to content development, when it comes to strategy development, depending on whatever profession you have or whatever business you have. It has been able to simplify process for a lot of people, either from education, healthcare, in whatever walks of life, right? So what is your take on using AI or your process if you implement AI in your process of generating content? Or what is your take on it for people using AI to generate content, and what the connection between that to ranking?
Okay, so from my previous answer, I think I kind of touched light about AI, and in addition to what I said earlier, the truth is that once a technology comes, it kills another technology, the previous one, or it limits the previous technology. And even though we like it or not, when people say that these things have no side effects. The truth is that as an SEO practitioner or as an SEO expert, I won't advise anyone to use AI for content creation. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should not use AI. I personally use AI. I use AI almost every day. In fact, AI just became popular to many people in 2023 because of ChatGPT, because maybe Elon Musk was able to use Twitter to boost the popularity of ChatGPT. But ChatGPT is not the first artificial intelligence for content creation to have happened. In fact, I started using AI to generate content far back as either 2018 or 2017. We have the likes of Copy AI, Jasper. That Copy AI has actually been around for a very long period of time. Copy AI has helped me to generate a lot of money for myself, either in content creation, in copywriting, email marketing, and the likes. Before the ChatGPT came up in 2023, so many people that are actually so fancying the AI thing are the people who got to know that AI exists when ChatGPT became popular. But for some of us that have been using it for a very long period of time, we know the use of AI. We know where its limits can take to. All right. So it's not. It's important for everybody to understand where AI can be used and where AI should not be used, because this actually has a limit. Maybe some people will say, okay, this is based on their own knowledge, based on what. But me, I know search engine algorithm. I understand search engine algorithms to an extent. I'll tell you that AI is not a good option for you to use in content creation. And when I say content creation, I mean for the web, not content creation. Maybe you are generating caption for YouTube video. That is not the type of content I'm talking about. And when we are talking about SEO, it mostly affects web. That is google.com. Then you search, not youtube.com. So when you are talking about YouTube, it's a different ball game entirely. Yeah, you can still implement SEO in YouTube or even social media like Facebook and even Instagram. But I'm focused mostly on google.com or bing.com, where you actually punch in your search query and you get an answer. So I was invited to make a presentation in one travel agency that they will be needing my service, and they have been paying one of these guys huge sum of money as a digital marketer there. And what this guy does is he just go to ChatGPT and punch in a kind of search string, and the AI will generate search topics for him, and you just punch them inside and create content, copy it exactly the way they gave it to him, and put it on the blog section of their website, then publish it, and at the end of the month, he's earning his salary. So while this type of person might go tomorrow and launch a course and say, come and buy a course how to make money without doing anything, right?
They're everywhere
without doing anything at all. It's killing someone's business, right? It's killing someone's business, because by the time Google notices this type of content 2-3 times, it's like they're blacklisting your whole web page and you won't be able to rank. Yeah, some people might say, in the past, I've actually used AI to write blog posts for the whole of the blog that I started from start to finish. The whole of all the contents were generated with AI. But my own use case for AI might be different from someone who does not have knowledge of SEO, because even when I'm using AI, I have the understanding of search engine optimization, and it's what is my priority, is the number one priority in my mind, to want to get organic traffic. So I'll be using that AI without understanding us, and as such, I won't be I'll be able to I won't just get the content from the AI and take it there. I only get the idea I'll rewrite it or get the idea of a particular section, and the other section I'll create it myself, and so on. So basically, AI should not be used for web content creation, but you can use it for copywriting. Copywriting, I mean, when you're writing a landing page like your home page, where you are selling a product, or you are writing a newsletter for email, or you are creating a caption for maybe a graphic design. So all these parts are things you can use AI for. But when it comes to a web page that you want to actually rank, you want it to rank on first page of Google search engine results page, then using AI is like you're shooting yourself in the leg, and you are never going to get to anywhere. Or even though you get to somewhere from the beginning, eventually within a very short period of time, you'll be kicked back. So it's something you should not, I do not encourage. Even I was onboarding one of my writer recently, I think about 3 weeks ago. And I told, in my offer letter, I stated that categorically, I said, I don't tolerate use of AI. And if you think that I want to come and outsmart me, I'll be using AI before you even got to do AI, because I believe that you got to do AI during the time of ChatGPT, but I've been using AI long ago before ChatGPT came up. So there's no way you are going to deceive me. If I read your text, I will know that you are using AI. And it is zero tolerance. Once you use AI on any of my articles, there will be no pay for that month. And if I will just take down all your posts and there will be no pay. So sign, and I sign, then the person signs, then I gave him the job. So aside from that, it won't work. It doesn't work. And it's something that I know I've used AI. Before I'm able to say this, I'm an SEO practitioner, I'm a digital marketer, and I've used AI for a long period of time. I've used AI on a full web content site from start to finish, and I know the results I got. I know what it yielded as of then, and I know when it eventually changed that AI content should not be. When search engine algorithm eventually got developed to the point that they now detect AI content. But before then, they didn't know. But when the trend started coming up very high, everybody started talking about AI content. It affected all those sites that were using AI content, because this AI, what happened before this AI even came up into play is that when you write, that time Google were beginning to make people understand that their bots are all that matters. So people also started developing AI software that understand what the bots want, and they also generate content for the bot, so that those bots will be able to read and understand. And when we published back then, it was helping us to rank on first position. But eventually, when Google now realized their mistake, they eventually changed everything back again, and it affected content that were generated with AI. So it's not something I advise in my process.
I think for you to kind of dissect all of these things, it comes from a wealth of hands-on experience. Because like a lot of people will talk that, okay, yeah, you use AI for this and that, but they would not tell you what the limitations are. They won't tell you what the limitations are, and then they won't tell you what the, upside and downside is. So, it's very interesting, because we have a lot of people who will just use AI for the first time. And then they will go, as you said, they will go to the internet and start creating courses, which is very hilarious. I'm just following what you just said about people who are going to create course. How did you even say it the other time?
How to make 1 million naira without doing anything.
Exactly. So it is very interesting. We have a lot of people like that. And this shows that before you could actually come out with your full chest and say that I know this, it has to come with a handful of experience that is just enough for you to say, I have done this, and this is how I did it. These are my experiences. These are the upside, and these are the downside, right? So this is becoming very interesting, and it makes me want to ask, because you've talked about a lot on SEO and digital marketing. But we understand that there could be challenges because everything has challenge. There could be also problems. So what are the challenges and problems that you've encountered, and how did you approach them?
Well, when it comes to SEO, there are actually a lot of challenges, and maybe not so much actually, but there is a challenge. The challenge is that there's what they call updates. Update, simply means that Google has a lot of engineers, experts who are 24/7 on their computers writing different codes to generate different algorithms that govern what happens around their search engine results page. So once this update comes, sometimes as an SEO practitioner, that is why many people who are not dynamic in this practice or in this SEO thing, they kind of feel and they find SEO to be very difficult. And many clients also who do not understand these things, they also tend to panic a lot and tend to put pressure on SEO practitioners or SEO experts, right? So there are actually challenges, and these challenges comes in that update, because when a particular update comes up and you study what they actually want, because this is like we are doing things that Google wants in order to gain their favor, to rank on their platform. Because when you rank on their platform, it is money. I tell you, it is money. This big money, depending on the kind of business or products that you are promoting using organic search engine. So it's something you actually have to please them in order to rank, because when you rank, you make money. So the challenge there is that when they make a particular update and you understudy them and you know what they want and you give them what they want and you eventually start getting the results, then maybe in 3 months' time, 6 months' time, another update will come again. Maybe that one will still be able to favor you, or maybe if it does not favor you a little, as an SEO expert, you still find a way around it and track it. And when you track it for the way they want it that time, another one might still come out again, maybe after 2-3 months. So this update continue to come out like this, and the more they come out, the more it becomes challenging for you to evolve. But for some of us that are very dynamic in our approach, we find it very easy to adapt and move on and continue to get the kind of results we are looking for. But these challenges are, I'm sorry to say that they are permanent, because the only time that they will not be permanent is when all the Google engineers are being fired, and which is not possible. So as far as those guys continue to have their jobs, then this challenge is permanent. So it's something we just have to understand and always find a way to understand what they want and give them what they want. So that is a major challenge that I would say. Aside from that, when you're able to rank on a keyword, you can do a job. You can rank for a keyword today, and even though you don't change that web page, even though you don't update that web page in the next 2 years, you still be ranking for it. But because of the update, tomorrow the Google update might decide to pick another fresh page and rank it ahead of you that has been there for a long period of time. So it therefore means that you have to be dynamic in your process, you have to be dynamic in your approach, and you have to be very innovative. That is, you have to be very fast to catch up with the trend. Just like when when there is a trend on social media or like TikTok, if you are not fast to be the first among the lead, then you'll be left out. So you have to be on the trend too when it comes to search engine optimization for you to catch up with the update.
Amazing. So it means that if Google is listening, they should please not fire all their engineers. This is such a way that you guys that are dynamic continue to get jobs and continue to help businesses grow. So, there are tools that you're using for your work, which helps you to simplify process and achieve results, because result is what is being celebrated for anybody, any business, or in life generally, right? So could you tell us one or two or three or what the number is, the tools that you use to get results?
Sorry, I didn't get your last question. It's like you kind of were out.
Okay. All right. So I'm saying that, the tools that you use to get results in your line of work to ensure that, well, maybe it is 1, 2, or 3 to ensure that you get results, basically.
Okay. When it comes to SEO, basically, you first of all need the knowledge, the understanding of how these things work. Then the next thing is you want to do research or analytics or marketing competition to see what your competitors are doing. And if you find out all these things, it will give you an edge. And the next thing is you want to be able to identify what your users are looking for. And this is what is going to bring me to my favorite tools. For you to be able to see what your customers, your potential customers, or your users, or your potential users are looking for, then you need a tool that will be able to pull out some data and present, give you the certain information to make a decision on what to optimize your web page for. And these tools include SEMrush and Keywords Everywhere. All right, so SEMrush is an SEO tool which helps in finding keywords. You can use your competitors' option to find keywords, and you can also just punch in any keyword that is related to your business niche or your business category, and it will start giving you idea or data that you'll be able to use to optimize your web page. And the second one is Keywords Everywhere. Keywords Everywhere is actually a Chrome extension. It's a web extension which you can use on your Chrome browser, Mozilla Firefox, and even on your Microsoft Edge. So with this with this tool, you'll be able to identify keywords anywhere you are browsing. So even when you search for anything on Google, it will give you additional search terms so that you'll be able to know what people are searching for and make a decision or a choice to write on those keywords or to make a web page on your own website that will help you to rank for those keywords. So it will basically provide you the number of people who are searching for a particular key term or a particular keyword. It will provide you the data such as the search difficulty or the keyword difficulty, which indicates the strengths or the effort you need to put in place in order to rank on first page of search engine results page. And you also be able to tell you the amount of money that advertisers are willing or spending to rank, to be able to advertise for that keyword on search engine results page and so much more. So if you ask me for my best tools, these are actually some of my best tools that I don't leave them because they are like the source of my income, because they help me make decisions that bring almost 50 to 80% of my income. So I don't take these two tools for granted. And the third option is Ahrefs, but it's too expensive, too pricey. So that is why I stick to Keywords Everywhere and SEMrush.
Thank you so much for this wealth of information that you've given the audience, and we do appreciate you a lot. And so, in all of this, we are kind of looking forward to hearing one of the most interesting times when I think maybe sometimes you just run an ad. You forgot that you run the ad. And then this thing keeps eating up your money, because it has happened. It has happened to probably some people out there. We don't know. But these things happen, right?
Okay, this actually happened to me when I was running a client project, right? So I actually started a campaign on Google AdWords, and I was campaigning for a particular project, and the budget was actually set, but on the day that I was supposed to stop the ad after exhausting the budget, I forgot to stop the ad because, I went to the club. I was busy doing my own party after party, and by the time I was back, I was a little bit tipsy. I didn't remember, and during the day, I slept off throughout the day, and I didn't know that. And that was a Saturday. I was supposed to turn off the ad on Friday, and I didn't. Then I slept off throughout Saturday, and on Sunday, I didn't remember until on Monday when it was for me to give a report. That was when I realized that, whoa, I've already exhausted my budget, and this ad were still running. And how did I get to find out? One of the salesperson called me that she's still getting messages, she's still getting calls, and so much more about the product that we're promoting. And how come she thought it was supposed to stop on Friday. So that was when I now said, no, it has stopped. I quickly lied that it has stopped, but then it hasn't stopped. And I quickly had to go and stop the ad there. And how I managed to defend that, the rest is the story for another day.
Well, I guess that was a very long time. It was a very long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, actually.
It's that was such an experience, because at the end of the day, you are expecting that, okay, this should have stopped or this should still be running, and then it keeps eating up your money. So again, in all of the wealth of experience that you have, the wealth of knowledge that you have, we want to think that, well, you read books. If you want to share one book that you love or that has changed your life.
Well, if I say I read books, then I will be lying. I'm not a fan of reading, actually. I only read books by chance or by opportunity, because I'm not a fan of reading. Many people have kind of find it as a hobby to read, but it's not one of mine. I'm sorry to say, but I've actually read some books that helped me a lot, and some of them are by this one American author like that. But one of the books that I read that I don't used to forget about, that actually aligned with my career path that I eventually choose, is a very small book written by one renowned internet marketer in Nigeria, and that is his Akin Alabi friend. Not actually by Akin Alabi, but Toyin Omotosho. It was just a small book he shared in one of the Akin Alabi program at the hotel, and that book, that was one of the time I actually picked a book and sat down and finished reading it within 1 day or two. I think within 1 day, until I finished it. I did not stop. I started reading it, and I was just there until I finished it. So I like that book, and I think it is where the money is and how to find it. And some of the skills or some of the things he mentioned, they actually align with the career path I eventually choose for myself. So it was a big motivation for me, because then I was still struggling with my blogging. I was still struggling with a lot of things when I got my hands on this book. So that is the book that have actually inspired me so much. But there are some other books I have actually read. I think How to Influence People and Win, something like that, by one American author like that. So that was another book that I actually spent a lot of time reading, but I could not finish it though. So I'm not actually a fan of reading.
Right. So guys, you heard it. Go pick a book and read, because it's beneficial for you, and one has already changed Matthew's life far back in the day. So the last thing we're going to touch on is your advice for aspiring marketers out there. either in the digital space or anywhere else, right? So what advice do you have for them?
Well, my advice for anybody who wants to go into digital marketing or any aspects of digital marketing is that from the beginning, you might not see the results, the desired results you are looking for. But everything about life is consistency and persistence. You have to be very persistent. You have to be very consistent. And the truth is that whatever you want to do, people will always say, okay, maybe there's no money in transportation business, or there's no money in selling pure water, or but everybody at the end of the day get to live. Everybody at the end of the day get to survive. Everybody at the end of the day get to make money, irrespective of the industry they are. So if you are going into digital marketing, you want to become a professional digital marketer, know that there is money there to be made as a professional. Just focus on growing your craft, expanding your craft, expanding your knowledge, because from the beginning you might not make the money and you might find yourself jumping into different things, probably learning different things, because that was one of the mistakes I made. I kind of learned a lot of things, I kind of delve into different kind of things until I eventually position myself as a digital marketer. All right, so focus on that. If that is what you want to do, just focus on it, learn it, be a professional in it. It's something that you can either use it to do your own business, to manage your own business, to manage people's businesses, or to use it in whatever way you want. But just make sure that you focus on it, because like they said, a jack of all trades is a master of none. And when you are focusing on the digital marketing, know the area that you want to take as your area of strength. For example, I'm an SEO. I have no strength in SEO and copywriting. I don't have a lot of strength in email marketing. All right. So you can also pick an area where you want to be more strong at, or you can also be strong at everything as far as digital marketing is concerned. And digital marketing is very broad. It's not one thing. You can just, if you learn everything, it's good for you. It's an added advantage for you, even though you are looking for a job, or you want to be a freelancer, or you want to manage a company, and so much more. So it's something I would say that just keep on growing your skill, searching, keep on analyzing, keep on improving, and keep on learning every day. So don't give up, no matter where you are, no matter where you started, whether as a novice, as an enthusiast, or a professional, whatever level, just keep the focus and keep the fire burning until you achieve what you want.
Guys, you've heard it. Pick one thing, be consistent with it, continue to learn, continue to improve. Do not choose everything. Just focus on one thing, and eventually you're going to break through. So thank you, Matthew. I really, really do appreciate your time on this call and all of the wealth of knowledge and experience that you've shared with us, and your story as well. It is very inspiring. Someone who likes to trek a lot, right? Someone likes to trek a lot, and he trekked to the point where he found his purpose for being an SEO and digital marketing expert. And now you're putting businesses, organizations, and people on the map, ensuring that they are visible enough for businesses to make money and for people to be seen. And this is my personal appreciation to you. You're an amazing person, right? From the first day that I met you, and you've proven that you continue to be an amazing person and a person of knowledge, a person of experience. Again, I want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing all of this. And yeah, I hope if we invite you next time, you would come and talk to us, right?
Thank you so much for having me. Of course, I will always be here. I will always be here anytime. If you want me to sleep here, I'll sleep here.
No, we don't have room for that. But anyways, I do appreciate you, and I wish you the best. I wish you the best. I wish you the best. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity.
All right. Have a good one.